like, maybe stay in the trade like a week or two, or, that type of a trade. Great for options or shares, of course. And it's the same rules, same colors, same dots. Everything is the same no matter what chart you ever look at. That's the nice thing about AbleTrend. The rules don't change. The only rules that would change, they would be, maybe slightly tweaked, is if we're doing very short-term day trading, like on the scalp chart and all. But, we're just looking for triple confirmation. This is the 130-minute buy signal. You got a blue bar, got the blue dot, you got the arrow. You've got to have that arrow. On some charts, it's a big dot. On some charts, it's an X. You can adjust that to whatever you like, but you have to have the daily buy signal, the higher time frame. So whatever charts you're looking at, you must have the higher time frame agree. A lot of people say, well, it's got a blue bar and a little blue dot, but it doesn't have an arrow. Well, then that means no trade. It's not ready yet. You have to have both time frames agree. What that does is it greatly cuts down on our risk. Just makes it a lot more profitable, and puts the odds greatly puts the odds in our favor. And that's of course exactly what we want. We want the highest possible odds. So we're going to buy it over there, as you can see. This is Baidu. Looks like the signal came in about 3 weeks ago, and things just took off like a rocket. Isn't it amazing? The green bar started and went sideways for 4 days. That's 5 days. That's just exactly what the green bars mean. But as long as you stay above these blue dots, you're safe. Stay in the trade. And you say, well, if I missed the beginning of the trade, where can I get in? Right there. When it comes back down and hits the dot, that's where you want to get into the trade. It doesn't matter what color the bar is. It's better if it's blue. But even if it's green, again, as long as you have this blue dot here, which, as you can see, really does block the price from going lower. The key are the arrows. Got to have that higher time frame. If you don't have the higher time frame, it's just not worth it. It's not worth taking a chance. We're putting up a lot of money every time you make a trade. So, you want to make sure you get the odds, really, really stacked highly in our favor. And we want the lowest possible risk. So when you get in at the dots, that's the lowest possible risk if you miss the beginning of the trade. Otherwise, you want to always get in the first time you get the big arrow, or again, could be a cross, could be a dot, whatever you're using on your chart. I make mine arrows, but I change them to arrows. I think by default they come as X's. So just want to have the first time you get a blue bar and a small blue dot. This big blue dot, all that means is that you're getting the big blue arrow, getting the daily buy signal. They come in at the same time. That's all that means, this big blue dot. It means that you're also getting, to kind of draw your attention that, hey, you got that big arrow, meaning you got the daily buy signal. And then the shorter time frame, the 130-minute, is also blue. So you just want both time frames to agree. That's really all it is. Okay, take a quick look here at the trend chart. Mini NASDAQ here. Turned out there was two real nice trends today, which is quite nice for normally a really flat day. I'm sure the fireworks will probably start up again on Monday with the beginning of the new year. January is usually a good month. You'd expect a pullback to come soon, but the charts keep saying, not yet. We're still above support, still above the blue dot. So we'll stay in it until we start getting some red on the long-term charts. But on the intraday, started out choppy as expected. Normally it's really choppy on a day like today, but it wasn't that bad. But, we're looking for triple confirmation, which is right there. It's the first time we had it. Now, this is just one big, gigantic no trade zone, because you got red resistance telling us it's going down, and you got blue support, which means it's going to go up. So it's like a tug of war. If you or I, we play tug of war, more than likely, it's going to, end up somewhere in the middle. It's not going to go anywhere. And that's what happens. That means it's going to be choppy. Yeah, you say, well, this is just so far from the blue dots. There's just no way I could take this trade, because the further the price is, right there it closes, and here's where support is, the further it is away, it's 20 points away, the greater the chance it snaps back. The higher the price is above the blue dots, the greater the chance it comes back. 5 minutes later, it came right back to the dots. The same way when you're way below the red dots, like here's the red dot, there's the price, you're like 15, 18 points underneath the red dots. Look what happened. A couple of minutes later, it came right back to the dots. So the price is like a rubber band effect. Doesn't like to be far from the red or blue dots, the small dots. The further it gets away, it's like a rubber band. The greater the chance it's going to snap back. That's why getting in at the dots is an excellent place to get in. So if you wouldn't want to get in at the beginning of this trend. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's 20 points from the dots. So like I always say, just wait for the sweet spots. Wait for it to come back to the dots. There you go. You've got 2-minute buy signal. You've got 3-minute buy signal. You've got 1-minute buy signal. The dots. It's 10,000 stocks every night, the entire market, and it puts all the new buy signals that came in. Now that's just using a daily chart, but that'll narrow 10,000 down to maybe 10 or 20, sometimes even less than that. And then all you do is you put them in a daily, weekly template, a daily, weekly chart, and just type in the symbol one by one, and you can then further narrow down the list. Let's say there's 10, and you can further narrow it down to maybe just 1 or 2 because both the daily and the weekly have to agree. In WinTick, they don't necessarily agree. It's just a daily buy signal. So, but it's still going to narrow 10,000 down to just a handful, and then from there you just go on and just pick whichever one you like. But the daily and weekly have to agree. So we have that list inside of WinTick. It's called Today's Buy Sell Signals for Tomorrow's Trading. It's really helpful for a little longer term stock trade using daily, weekly charts. Oh, Happy New Year to you, Sydney. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this is thank you for all you do. I love the scalp chart. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it, and I'm just doing everything I can to help, to be helpful. I eat, sleep, and drink this stuff. I really take it serious. So anything I can do, just always call, email. Of course, I'll be here. Back on Monday. Obviously, everything would be closed tomorrow, but we can check my emails over the weekend if something comes up, you need some help. So thanks for being here, everyone. I hope this was helpful, and Happy New Year, of course, to everybody. Most importantly, stay safe.